Hello and welcome back to Princess Blankets. We're going to go into lesson 2 now. So I've got lesson 2, which is game 4. If you remember, the students don't have the games in order. It's based on the reverse search that they did. And as before, they have the same lobby, they have the same world, but this time instead of going into this here, which will have given them their tasks and their extra portfolios and their cameras from before, they go into here and they just need a task, a camera, and of course they should have their portfolios. If they don't, there are extra portfolios here, but they export those as a PDF anyway. So here, rules for this quest. All play in this world, you will need to host to your team. So one player farms, one player builds, one player breeds sheep, one finds dyes, etc. So let's go straight into this world because it's unlike the others. They get prompted as soon as they come in here. So one thing they've got to do is go and look down. Now, this entices the children to go into here, and again, the same process as before, covering the princess, cloning the princess, but this time they need to go and find wool, and they have to farm wool. So there's quite a stage process here, because first they need to breed the sheep, then they need to go and get some different dyes, and they get the dyes from the plants, if you didn't know this. And so there are different plants and flowers around here that allow them to go and create a clone of this princess. So we don't leave them to their own devices. We've got sheep for them. The thing is, though, they need about 14 sheep-ish in order to be able to go and shear the sheep. So they need tools in order for them to shear the sheep. They've got wheat, and they'll have to go and get the other tools, which are down in the chests down here, and they have to work together. So there are several chests down here, and then they have to go and entice the sheep down with the wool. And so once they've opened this up, they're able to go and bring the sheep with them. So the sheep will follow them, and they will go down into this area here. I'm just going to go and very quickly jump into this just for demonstration's sake. And so here there are tips and tricks that they can see from down here. How do you make your flowers grow faster for more dyes? Now, you will have noticed that there was bones in the chests. When they crush up the bones, they can go and put the bone meal down and make their plants grow faster. So they've got to go and wrap the princess in wool to keep her warm. This is one of the second or third chapters in the book. You can double your points if you can dye the wool first. So once you dye the wool, you can actually dye the sheep. And so in here, you've got shears to go and shear the sheep, bone to make your plants grow faster, and of course areas so that you can go and water your plants. All these tools here are necessary for you to go and create an area of both food and wool for your sheep, because you need to feed your sheep at the same time. So here's the princess herself, and she needs to be wrapped up like that. So in order for you to go and get the wool, you've got to go and make it yourself, because there are deny blocks, so they can't cheat. So here are some reds, here are some greens, some yellows, and so that's it. They've got to go and farm. Now, for those that are the explorers, because they will have to do this, you'll notice that there is something lit up over here as one of those Easter eggs, and that is for your explorers to find out how all that works. But this is quite a complex piece of teamwork with all 3 children in a team within here, and the collaboration is quite in depth. If the children are stuck, we guide them with the student guides, and we explain to them that they need to go to Gamepedia, because if they don't go to Gamepedia, they're going to be pretty stuck in order for them to farm these items, because let's just bring this into your screen for you. We entice them to go to Gamepedia all the time, and also to keep referring to the game cards in every single lesson. So within here, this clue should be there for them. They also have their clues, which are in the pack. There's also a pictorial clue set for your students to complete the challenge within a single lesson. They should be able to do this within a 60-minute lesson at least, because they'll have got their collaboration skills nicely honed in the last lesson. Right. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.